going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where are you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where are you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Cloud&Console coming at you live. I know it's been a while. I know we've left you hanging, but we are here to bring you the cloud gaming news. I know things have been busy, but Nads and I are still gamers, still here to chat everything gaming. It's just summertime, and look at me, I feel like
Yes.
burned here. Oh my goodness.
Yep, that's gonna happen. We spend the winter like in our house, and certainly it's nice and warm outside, so we can enjoy the weather, right? So
Absolutely.
That's what's happening.
Yes. But when we're inside, we're gaming on the cloud. We're enjoying the awesome services of GeForce now, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service. Don't forget to check that out. If you're looking for gaming that doesn't require any storage, it doesn't require your base hardware to be the newest, brightest, shiniest, most expensive. This is going to get you what you need with over 2,000 of today's most popular games. GeForce Now is where it's at, so don't forget to check that one out. Unlimited storage. They've got 3 different tiers. They've even got a free tier. What? But if you want to notch that up, you got performance and you've got that high quality 4080 super pod in the cloud, giving you the RTX, everything the shiny fanciest on any of your screens. It's craziness. It's magic. Don't forget to check it out. But that is my plug. What have you been gaming on this week? What's going on? Let's jump into that.
Yeah, I don't know if the chat is available. I'm not sure. I don't see anything, but let's check it out. Hey, I'm just testing it out. There we go. All right. So basically, I've been playing a few games. I'll show my some of the video there. So basically, we finished Grounded about freaking time. It took a while, like, for us to be able to like set up a time where we could finish it. As you can see, I'm playing on GeForce Now. We took a while before we got the thing started. That we had to defend that place, and it was quite interesting. It wasn't that hard. I think we built the defense a little bit too strong, but like whatever. It's good. And one thing I noticed that on the defense, the turret was not high enough. Sometimes you could shoot down, or like there was some blind spot. But hey, it was working. I was pretty happy about it. Like that we finished it. and we had the little ending there, so it was pretty good. Overall, the game is a lot of fun. I enjoy playing it. I'm probably gonna go back into my solo play just to go through like a lot of the thing that I missed. Probably just to check it out. We'll see. And then there's also the Grounded 2 coming out this July, I think. Is that right? So
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know how that's gonna look like,
What
but
maker?
hopefully it's gonna be better than how Grounded started. Yeah, Maker. Yes. I'm quite interested about how Grounded 2 is gonna be like. I saw that there's like mount and stuff like that, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see.
If it's anything like Grounded 1's release, I mean, we're going to get a limited version of the end product in terms of map. However, I do predict it to be much larger. We're going to get the mounts. We're going to get the 4 different classes they talked about. The rogue, the mage, the tank. Similar to the roles we kind of naturally took on.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
ranger, which we see here on screen,
Yeah.
which you take on. So those will all be there, as well as some new creatures as well, some new insects, and I'm sure there'll be segments of a story. And it'll be on
Oh
Game
yeah.
Pass. Hopefully,
Yeah,
GFN
day one.
will get that link in, and we'll be letting you know at the beginning of the month of when it can be released.
Yeah.
That's when we get to know. So if it's anything like the other releases, it'll definitely be on there, and we look forward to letting you know.
I have a feeling that the game's gonna come out like a bit more stable because it's just gonna follow along with like Grounded 1. Like the engine is there, the infrastructure is already there. Like it's a little bit of a copy paste, but add new feature. I have a feeling that how Grounded started at first, it didn't end up that well, but like the Grounded 2 might be better. So that's how I see it. But we'll see. That should be an interesting one to see. Other than that, other game I've played. So we played together some Split Fiction, which was a lot of fun again. I love this game, like the interaction we have between each other and how the different thing we have to do. And yeah, I found it was like a lot of fun. It just the story is kind of like funny. Yes, this video. What are you talking about, SPG? Um, so the story is kind of funny. I like the gameplay. I like the fact they go after the different
Is
types
the
of
video
games.
working?
Are
Yeah, the video is working, right?
yeah. I don't know what SPG is talking about. Um,
What up,
so
SPG?
So yeah, I really like the gameplay. It's a word to play. I think it's a couch co-op. It's gonna be available on the Switch too. That's gonna be something I want to try definitely. I want to play with my wife because I think it's gonna be something a lot of fun. We started playing It Takes Two on the Switch, and that's a lot of fun. Like we have to work together and all this. So I love it. Like I think like it's a very interesting game. Don't see black.
I see only a black screen. Let me reload. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's on mine. It seems to be working.
Well, I think it's SPG, but
Hey, Reaver, thanks for stopping by. Do you see a black screen or is the video going? I will say this about Split Fiction. It definitely does something unique in where it makes co-op a gameplay style. It's platforming first, but definitely you have to shoot some stuff, dodge some stuff. But it's a platforming first game with co-op as the main mechanic you need to be utilizing to get through it. Cool stuff.
yeah, definitely a lot of fun. So we almost done with close to the end, from my understanding.
Yep.
And we try the oh, that's the thing we try there. Let's fast forward to the fun part. So we were able to get to the secret stage, right? And that was stupidly hard. There was like that was the first part we had to go through, and we both had to make it on the other side, or those laser will kill like
Oh my god, yeah,
there.
you should have
And
never.
then like we're like, oh okay, so we figure out the first step. We were able to pass that point, but afterwards, if you die, then you restart all the way to the beginning. So it's like you have to do that many, many, many times. It was crazy. So, but it was a lot of fun though. We tried it. We give it a couple try and then we move on. But yeah, how did you feel about this part?
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, we would have been able to, I think, power through if we got to reload at each checkpoint, but reloading from the very beginning was just an insane feat.
Yeah.
You were doing much better than me, man. I could not get these lasers. They were too hypnotized.
I think it was like I don't know, at some point like I don't know, I feel like it's just random. You jump and like you cannot really time yourself. Yes, it's like a way to time yourself. I don't. I feel like not that much, you know. But when we try, as you can see, there's the other laser. It was like just crazy. And you were saying that the people that completed that the first time got invited to go see the creator, right?
Yeah, they got invited to Sweden to see the making of the next game. The first two people who completed this, so pretty neat.
Yeah, sweet. So they're definitely gonna keep that co-op type of gameplay because it's definitely a good way to bring people together. A very good gameplay, and they definitely make a lot of people enjoying this, right? So, moving up next, the next game I've been playing is Oblivion. As for sure, I've been playing a lot. Now, right now, I'm level 40. What you seeing is the older video, but yeah, level 40. My skill don't level up as much anymore. I'm almost all maxed out. There's still a few things I've still haven't done. It's a little bit janky. I feel like the game it's too much, even for GeForce now. I get like fatal error from time to time. Like the
Yeah,
game
that's
is
tough.
crashing. It's annoying because sometimes it's just like I'm moving too fast, and because of that, the game cannot catch up, and then it crashes. And it's like, oh, are you kidding? But it's like a fun game overall because it's Oblivion. They kept the same gameplay, but like you're still playing. It's still a lot of fun. I love it. I would like to just finish it and be done with it before I can move on. But yeah, that's where I'm at. A lot of fun. If you haven't tried it yet, jump on it. Just give it a try. Do like Gem what he did. He just did the main story and just was done after that. So for me, I like to complete everything. I don't know why, but yeah, I'll get back to it and finish it off. But something new now. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5 embedded as the jank. Well, actually, it's Unreal Engine 5 and Creation Engine. Both things try to work together. I think that's why it caused like a lot of jank. So let's hope that Bethesda doesn't go that direction with their next Elder Scrolls, but we'll shall see. The other game I've been playing, moving on to newer game, it's a survival slash MMO called Dune Awakening. You might have seen it. A lot of people have been playing that. So I've been trying it. Very interesting. I remember the movie, the original movie. I don't think I've yet to watch a new one. I'm waiting that all the parts are out. Apparently, it's very good. They go in depth in the story. In this case, Dune Awakening is happening way before the story we see in the movie. So it's like a almost open like interpretation. so you don't necessarily need to rely on the story, the original story. But it's not a lot of fun. There's a lot of building. You collect like item all around, and yeah, you gotta fight some enemy. You can see me shooting the dart gun there, which is quite a lot of fun. There's like also you can do close fighting with the knife. Quite interesting. You gotta monitor your water, the heat, and stuff like that. But like I like the building ideas. Right now, I made it to the new area, and I can build like a bigger base, which is nice. Um, the one thing I noticed is that it's make me think a lot of Once Human, where like there's multiple server you can go into and just do your story there. The server I'm in, I didn't find I found a lot of building I feel like people abandoned and they just left it there and stopped playing the game. But like I think as you go on in the story and move ahead in the area, you're probably gonna find more and more people playing. There's also a PvP portion of it, so I haven't got to that point yet. I'm still very early in the game. I think level 12 right now. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like I've been playing it and hours goes by like very easily. Those games when you have to build and stuff like that, I freaking love it. I always love to go back to survival type of games. So, but yeah, that's something we should definitely try together at Rudik, so you can have an idea how it is. um, but yeah, that's about it with Dune Awakening. Very interesting game. I'll suggest to check it out. So far, I didn't find any bug or it's not janky with the server, so it's quite good. There's about 40 people on the server, so fairly small and like good enough so it doesn't like ruin the experience if you're playing solo. So it's pretty good for that.
And that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely need to jump into that. Looking for a good MMO.
Yes, and so some stuff I try lately. So basically, if you go on Steam, there's the Steam Fest or whatever they want to call it. Basically, there's a bunch of demo of game you can try, and I've added them on my library. I'm gonna slowly go through them, but there's a few demo out there. And talking about survival game, I tried this game which is called Dust Mantle. Basically, it's a little survival game, top down, similar to what you call it, Core Keeper. And the idea is that you go around, collect items, build a base, and survive. But currently, the demo has pretty much not much story. There's no story at all. So that's the interesting part, I guess. But like the building is there, you can do all this. The when you're doing crafting, the interesting part about it is that you got a little like mini game sort. So it's interesting in that sense. But yeah, I've been slowly playing it, and then I think I made it until the WAG review within the demo, which is like quite limited. I researched all the stuff and everything, so I give it a try, which was pretty fun, and I'm happy I tried it. I'm hoping to see more development on the game because like the concept and the gameplay is working super well. I didn't have any issue with it. There's probably some tweak they need to be done, but like the gameplay, the survivability is very fun. You gotta eat food. You gotta keep your health high, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So very simple game, very simple survival. But yeah, something to look for. The other one that I tried a demo of is Moonlighter 2. So if you remember, we both play Moonlighter 1, which was on Stadia. it was a top down, but more like square, like pixelated. In this case, they switched to more a 3D top down, which is it's fine. It's playing very well. It's continuing the story from previous game, which is good. I jump into it and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember what happened and everything. So it was quite interesting to give it a try and see how it was. Gameplay is amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's like it's multiple game in one. You have the dungeon part where you travel through like different area to like collect items. So you can go in your store and just like we go in your store and sell them, and then you have mini game within your store and everything. So it's quite interesting. I got hooked. Like I played the demo until I reached the end, and they were like, "Add us to the wish list," and you can unlock those items. So it was like pretty cool that they added that. I can't wait to see it coming out. I don't know. It's supposed to come out this year, so I don't know when exactly, but it's a lot of fun to just to try the demo, get you hooked up. So like when the game actually comes out, it's gonna be even more fun. So I know it's something you're gonna look forward to, right?
Yeah, I really liked Moonlighter. It was such a unique type of game style where you would go fight space pirates, I think, interdimensional space pirates, and then
Yeah,
you would go collect all that loot and then sell it at the shop. So, and then
yeah,
upgrade in the whole town. I thought it was really cool.
yeah. It was pretty cool. It is pretty cool. In this case, like you move away from your town from the first one because when you completed the dungeon, you released like someone from another dimension to destroy your town. So then the second one, you're working your way to go back to your original town. So that should be very interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week for myself. So play a lot of game, try a few demo. Um, and as always, I play Raid Shadow Legend and Maple Story. And on my phone, there's always new event, new thing happening. It's quite a lot of fun for me. So yeah, loving it. But that's about it for me. What about yourself? What else have you been playing?
Well, I will go through these quickly so we can jump into some other things as well. But we got Shadow of the Colossus. That's an old one, if you remember that, back on the
Yeah.
PS2 days. They did a remake on the PS4. I loaded that up on my PS5, and I ended up getting the platinum. I did all the
Nice.
time trials. I beat all the bosses at a certain amount of time on hard with limited health. Beat the entire game without dying.
Nice.
It unlocked the final sword and got a bunch like there was a lot of things to do. Definitely one of a timeless masterpiece.
Yeah.
Gameplay that survived 20 years and was still epic. So, uh,
That's just it. Like
yeah,
when those games like hit the right spot, like I remember how amazing it was back in the day, and then it just like people were waiting for something else to follow up to it, and then like they waited for so long. But yeah, it's like a specific type of gameplay similar to Moonlighter, where like the gameplay it's not something repetitive like you see in other games. If that makes sense, right?
exactly. It's unique. And actually, I looked way into this. The game has 16 Colossus, but they originally planned for 48. It would be
Oh my
amazing
god.
if they came back and made like all of them, because I really do think it's a really cool game. But other than that, Grounded with Yourself, Split
Yeah.
Fiction. Another platinum I was able to pull out was another Crab's Treasure.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
want to pull up the YouTube video of
Yeah,
that
sure.
quickly? So, another Crab's Treasure has you take on the role of Krill, and he has had his shell stolen from him. And basically, you're in a ocean, and it is polluted beyond belief. And I really enjoyed the cute atmosphere. But it was challenging combat. The music was fun and inventive. I don't know. It was just delightful to put on, and really just like a lot of fun. And if you're scared of like Souls like combat, they have a lot of accessibility to the game. You can notch down the difficulty. You can even put a gun on your back and shoot things coming at you. And the story is pretty adorable. There's a lot of cute things that happen, and Krill really becomes like a really fun hero for you to play through as. I like games which just also give you one weapon. I find that dampens the complication a bit, and you get all these different types of shells, which give you different abilities. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. It's quite complex, and all of the characters are just so like adorable. It's like being in a cartoon, and with challenging hard bosses. So cool stuff.
That's so funny. It looks funny. I remember when like this game was announced. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I feel like a lot of the Souls like game have been like just like very dark and everything, and this game is like, oh yeah, this is all friendly. It just move on to the next.
You
one.
can put that in. There is a dark mode, so it comes all grim and stuff, and he looks all depressed, and he's dragging the fork, so it's more like a Souls game.
Oh my god, that's
It's pretty
funny.
funny. Other than that, Stellar Blade Nikki DLC. So if you're into jiggle physics, Souls-like combat, and the Nier series. This one is a love letter to the Nier series, and they just released DLC, and it's not just cosmetics this time. They actually introduced a couple different mini games, which allows you to go in, shoot all of these different things. It was a whole new different game style, to be honest, which was different for the Souls genre. What it did was it was an homage back to their first game, which was a mobile title, which you can download right now for free. It's called Nikki, and it's got the exact same jiggle physics. So yeah, these are not easy. Okay, I beat them all on hard except one, where it made me like defend somebody, and I was not having the defense one.
Yeah, in this case, you're just shooting at people. Is that the difference?
Yeah, so it was like a cover shooter DLC, which added a bunch of different missions and stuff. And then at the end, there's the boss fight. So you saw a little bit of that. So after you complete all of the missions, you unlock this fight, which was really one of the coolest fights. I made a video of it. The boss actually heals every time she hits you. And not only that, she has so many of your own moves. It's pretty cool. And she has well, I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but the battle scene is really kind of different, cool. There's bamboo. There's a point where her sword literally changes the colors of the flowers around you. Yeah, it was. I love that boss fight. Really cool stuff.
That is funny. Wow.
Then we got Eliza P. Overture, which I haven't jumped too much into. I wouldn't worry about pulling that one up. I've just jumped into the beginning because I got to get through the main story. But you know what sucks is they made Liza P easier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought like they changed that. They made it easy, but they added a new like level to make it harder.
Yeah, but they also made everything else easier. So I was like, come on, why you got to do that? So slowly making my way through that. Just got through the first sort of area of Liza P, and I assume the DLC is down the road there. I got to look it up at some point, but I assume you got to be a certain power level to get into that DLC. And then other than that, we've had Dungeons and Dragons. Oh
yes,
my God.
yes. I think we have one left to do.
Well, if we make the right decisions.
Yes, yes, that's right. I think so far we made the right decision. So we battled Raphael. That was a interesting fight. I think we were lucky. Oh my god, some of the rolls sometimes it is just crazy. Really, the roll of the dice, you cannot predict that. But
No.
it was a lot of fun. I thought it would be harder, but yeah, but I think everything went well. I always concentrate so much about healing people that when I do attack, I don't necessarily care if it hits or not, but at the same time, I wish it hit. But yeah, because my roll of dice is terrible sometimes. I feel like, well, if I can use the spirit guardian to like keep people like safe and then mass heal everybody, I'll do that. So that's why I'm saving everything. But yeah, a lot of fun playing some Dungeon and Dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some final showdowns to go down. We've got some big choices to make. We've got some character arcs to possibly be had or not be had. How will Rykard ever change from repeating the mistakes of his past? Will he latch on to power again, or
He's always looking for power. What are you talking
I
about?
know, I know. Sword logic is too hard to deny. You know,
Yeah, when you mentioned that earlier, I was like, yeah, I can see that. Get a kill to get more power.
but really enjoying that stuff. Can't wait to get back into it. We're about a week away for the final showdown, and we got Smokey, we got Jamenta, Nerys, Ray the Monk, Title, and myself, and not to mention the Mr. Fistbang, who's got the exploding cannon that he always throws at people. So we got a full party. I think we've got a ton of health. I think 160.
Yeah,
If you wanna
because we level up now,
yeah,
right?
if you want to throw into some non-healing spells, I think we'll be all right. Just saying.
Yeah. I got plenty of spells. It's just like it really depends on the situation, right? I found so.
And
Yeah.
if you want to follow our campaign, we post all of the nonsense here on the page. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And thank you, SPG, for DMing us through that. But let's get into some news. Do you have any updates on any games, or did we just do the game preview and want to jump into news?
We can jump on the news. Yeah, jump on
All
the game previews and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see what's going on with GeForce now. Right now. So GeForce Now has got a bunch of stuff going on. This week, GeForce Now Thursday announcement centers on new flexible ways for gamers to experience premium tier cloud gaming. The headline is the introduction of performance day passes, which are currently 40% off. So this is 40% off of performance tier. That's the 2080 in the cloud, allowing you to play tons of games, all with RTX on, shorter queue times compared to the free tier, and longer gaming sessions. Be sure to try before you buy, which means you can still purchase day passes and apply them towards a 6-month performance membership. So that's a pretty cool feature to get to know. So if you buy a day pass and you really like it, it'll count towards a 6-month performance membership. So good to know. Good that that's on there.
Mm-hmm.
The promotion is also coupled with the arrival of several new games, notably Dune Awakening, which is the biggest, hottest MMO this side of this month, and not to mention Frosthaven, and a bunch of others. Like I said, 2,000 games. So, what else we got on GeForce now? We've got a ton of stuff happening. Rainbow Six Siege, which I actually brought onto my console. I've got to check that out. I'm never a huge, Siege first-person shooter, but can't deny the absolute popularity and the home run these guys hit with this game.
Yeah. I remember we played for a while. Was it on Stadia or even on GeForce Now a little bit? We
Yeah,
try it from
on
time to
Stadia.
time.
Some big games this month, though. Mind's Eye is releasing on GeForce Now, but beware, buyer beware. Know what you're getting into. Read the reviews. I read an IGN review that gave this game a 4 out of 10, and they gave
Yeah.
everything an 8. So beware on the Mind's Eye. Do your research. We also
Yeah.
got The Alters, which is a very cool new concept game. You should definitely turn that one on, Nance. I think it would be for you as well.
Yeah, someone was saying that it was pretty cool. It was like on PC Game Pass, and
Yeah,
it's
I've been meaning to
like,
jump into it.
yeah, and it's like a survival type of game.
Survival, science, but the roguelike aspect may turn you off it a bit, but apparently you like make clones and stuff. So, I definitely one to check out, watch some
Yeah.
videos, watch some gameplay, but it makes me think of your definitely type of game style. And you know what,
Yeah.
to be honest, I think I would even enjoy it. The atmosphere is really cool. It seems like, a Terraria type of situation.
Oh yeah. I like that definitely. I'll have,
Crafting and
have a look at it. It's definitely interesting.
We got a bunch of other games you can check out. Lost in Random Firefighting Simulator, Japanese Drift Master, as well as Hellslave, Kingdom 2 Crowns, and yeah, be sure to check those out this week because that's all available. So, epic stuff coming out of GeForce Now this week. Be sure to check them out, providing you with some top tier gaming performance in the cloud. So let's get on to what's going on in the other cloud gaming universes. And we got Cloud Dosage here to let us know. So Microsoft is continuing the slow expansion of stream your own games, but hey, it's happening now. The two games it's adding this week are Mind's Eye, which, as I said before, don't buy that, and Vampire Survivors, which is like the smallest little mobile game. Which why wouldn't you just download it on your phone, anyways? But hey,
Fun game though.
it is fun. It is fun, but it's not something that you would expect requires the cloud. Why wouldn't you just? It's probably like 500 megabytes the whole game.
Well, I don't understand. Like they say, 2 more game added to Xbox Steam.
Yes,
Your own
Steam,
game
your
library.
own. So that means it's like the Steam model where you can buy a game and play it on xCloud.
Yeah. Okay.
Game Pass subscription, which I think is a good idea. I mean, if they ever introduce that for like a bunch of games, it would be great for crossplay.
Yeah, but they need to get better games out than that.
Yes, than Mind's Eye.
Yeah, I saw some review about if you look at before you buy from Game Ranked. Pretty funny. They tell the truth. It's definitely quite interesting.
Hey, Purple. Hope you've been enjoying the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, we're back. I know we've been on hiatus. Lots of sun, lots of D&D, rolling those dices, making progression. But we're back when we can be back, given the cloud news. Appreciate you stopping in.
Yep.
We are jumping into letting people know what's going on with Boosteroid. Boosteroid. What's going on now? Boosteroid offers a lot of, wink, wink. You're not supposed to be in the cloud gaming experiences. So definitely a shout if you're wanting to play some crossplay with your PC friends and the game's not necessarily available. So
Yeah.
what you see here is adding 5 new titles. We got Splitgate 2, which is, hey, have you turned that on? It's actually not too bad. A fun PvP. They've got a 3v3 mode, like 3 teams against each other.
Yeah.
You make all these portals and you shoot through the portals. It's a new shooter. It's new.
Yeah, I added to my list. It's available on GeForce Now also, and my wife downloaded it because she used to play the first place gate, so she's interested to jump into that at some point. She's been playing a lot of Halo Infinite right now, so
Yep.
eventually I'll get on it.
Well, we got Kina Bridge of Spirits, Mind's Eye, which I won't say anything more on that one again. Delta Rune, a beloved indie RPG, chapters 1 and 2, and Hero Siege, a roguelike. So, bringing a couple games onto the Boosteroid catalog, but like I said, if you can't find it on GFN, chances are, wink, wink, it's on Boosteroid somewhere.
Yeah.
It's your go-to cloud gaming option for those not so kosher gaming
Yeah.
experiences. Hey, what's going on with Antstream before I keep saying things that are not great for the things? Antstream.
Micro computer game? Sorry. Yeah,
Oh.
what's going on with it?
You know how we always talk about them every single time we jump on
Mhm.
here because they are bringing in the most retro games I have ever heard of. Games before my time. It's always games with like, what is Freddy Hardest? Like, first of all, Freddy
What?
Hardest. That's a terrible name, Freddy.
And
You know what you were doing. It's a run and gun 2D platformer, Freddy Hardest Part 1, and I'm assuming there's a Part 2 to Freddy's Hardest.
Imagine.
Yeah, there is. They made us fucking Freddy's Hardest? Like, what? Yeah, I knew I had
Hardest
to bring this up.
part.
I knew I had to bring this up. So Freddy's hard, and he's got 2 games. These are the games they should bring back, like a remaster, you know?
Just because of the title.
Yeah. Look,
You have to read it like this. Freddy Hardest part.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look at what Antstream's doing. They know they're trying to grab attention by making Freddy hard, apparently. Part 1 and 2. That's all that's going on with Antstream. If you like that retro feel from back in a time where gaming was just in its infancy, definitely check out the Antstream library. They boast a bunch of those old school arcade games. But let's get into everyone's subscribed to the Amazon Luna through Amazon Prime, and they are bringing the heat with some Need for Speed Unbound, and as well as some FIFA 25. And FIFA is like huge. It is one of the most played games out there, and I definitely think FIFA is a big get for Luna.
Interesting.
FIFA. So that'll be cool to see. I definitely think a lot of people may want to check it out, get access to it. Hey, I can play 25. A lot of people may be sitting on old consoles in other places of the world, and hopefully they can jump into this. I know Luna's only available in a couple countries.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have expanded. Even still, boom, it's a great way to get FIFA 25 playing on your TV.
Yeah, well, for people not aware, if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Luna, and keep checking Prime Gaming every week or so. There's always tons of free game available to play that you can play directly on Luna, which is great. So good time. And they do a lot of deal with GOG, so you get a lot of free game from GOG that you can play then on Luna. So pretty cool. But yeah.
Well, that was my cloud gaming news. I wanted to jump into something here, which was my picks from all of these game fests we saw. And so I would say the Beast of Reincarnation was definitely one on the top of my list. So it's a dark fantasy action JRPG developed by the new Japanese developer Studio Gamini. All right, but on it, it also says Game Freak. So
Game Free, is that the oh, Game Freak? Oh,
yeah,
that's the same company that made Pokemon.
Exactly. So it's boasting my tongue is tied right now. A unique feature called the reincarnation system. So instead of a simple respawn upon the player's death, they're given the ability to reincarnate into a different character class, such as a samurai or a ninja. And this allows the player to fundamentally change their stats and combat style after a failed attempt, adding a strategic, almost roguelike layer to the traditional Souls-like formula. So it's having you play, I guess, two operators, and you completely change your operator after you die, which is it's cool. It could be definitely very unique and fun gameplay. It shows you going up against big, huge monsters, which I'm a huge fan of, and I feel like, why doesn't Pokemon look like this?
I think they're gonna change their Pokemon game a little bit, because it's like you look at Palwell, what happened with that. I think people loved it, and they're looking for something more seamless like Palwell. So maybe they're gonna change how they do things just to make it like more attractive and more interesting. It's not the same as it used to. I don't think I've played the newest like Pokemon on my Switch, so I haven't tried that yet. But I've seen part of it. I'm like, man, I'm not attracted to it. I don't know. There's something that is not. Yeah, that's all.
Well, I'm definitely, this is on my radar, as it boasts it has Sekiro-like dodges and parries set in a post-apocalyptic version of Japan in the year 4000. So pretty cool. I'm definitely on the top of my radar. Love to see that at the Gamescom. And then the last one on my watch list was... Now this is going to be a biggie. Oh, I ended my share screen. I'm going to love the music that comes out of Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver. So it was absolutely epic to see that this game was being announced. I can't wait to see more of it. It was one of the biggest surprises, I think. I definitely didn't expect anything from, Wu-Tang. But game is in development, and it's described as a fantasy martial arts where players will likely take on the roles of the iconic members of the clan, embarking on quests filled with melee combat, loot systems, and the story will draw heavily on intricate mythologies of the Shaolin themes. So definitely expect, a double A type of release, but more on the major side of double A. And I'm all here for it. I definitely think it's going to have a great soundtrack, and it's on the top of my list. It's not a Souls-like, which I usually gravitate, but I think it'll have awesome action and just great music, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, Wu-Tang.
Yeah. That's definitely an interesting one. I didn't expect that when I saw it. I was like, oh, geez, okay. They're still going there.
Oh, yeah.
I think they made another game before or something.
Yeah,
right?
I think it was like 20 years ago they said they made another game before this.
That's funny. But yeah. Wow.
But yeah, that's all the news I had for this week. Definitely a lot of epic stuff happening. I do have a clip, but do you have a clip of the week that you wanted to share?
um,
Or did you
Sorry,
want to
I need
play
to double
mine?
check. Yeah, I can play yours. But like one thing I want to mention is that like yeah, we had the Summer Game Fest and also the State of Play I think was recently, and also we had the Xbox Showcase, which was a little bit depressing. A new Call of Duty, go figure. I think the best thing in all of it was like Grounded 2, but like everybody was expecting more. Like Elder Scrolls 6, the last time was announced was like in 2018. So it's been quite some time now. Everybody was expecting like some update or something like that. But no, and then like yeah, there's other game like Fable. People waiting on that, no update. So everybody was like kind of like bummed when they saw like, oh yeah, they're coming out a new a new what do you call it, uh, Call of Duty. The good part of it was Resident Evil Requiem, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm quite excited about it. Capcom always made like something good out of Resident Evil, and for sure, like I mentioned, Grounded. So that's gonna be definitely something to watch for. But moving on to the clip that Rudigs has, we're gonna see some bouncy because yeah.
Now, this is unlocked after completing 5 different missions, which had you doing cover shooting objectives,
Mhm.
taking on waves, trying to survive, and then shooting different things that came across the screen. It was really like an arcade experience. There was always a boss at the end that you had to fight time with to kill it.
Mm.
Um, at the end, there was this boss who was a merchant, and she's here drinking sake. And you come up to like a gorgeous boss arena, and you can cut all the bamboo. The flowers are pretty long. The setting is nice in the moonlight, so a lot of very cool stuff happening.
Mhm.
Now, this is a character in the Nikki mobile game, which is a crossover between the two series.
I don't think I ever heard of Nikki mobile game, but okay.
Yeah, it's the first game from Shift Up. So the Shift Up made Nikki, and then they made Stellar Blade.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a Korean title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I searched it up. I have it on my phone. You can download it on the Google Play Store.
uh,
So she does this intro where she calls you Mademoiselle, I believe.
Mademoiselle. Very French. I thought they're Japanese or something like that. Or
What's unique about this boss? Yes, I fought her on hard.
ooh.
Yes, I just continued my. Oh, look at that editing.
I know, right?
So she has all the same move set as you, plus a couple different ones. Um, she has a second phase here, and I won't get into too many spoilers, but definitely a lot of fun. She breaks into conversation. It's almost like you guys are sparring. You're not even in combat, but trust me, it feels like you're in combat. It's cool.
Oh,
He
she's drinking
offers
some
you some
sake.
sake, but I didn't take it. And then look at this transition. Oh, the screen splits, boom,
Wow.
all the flowers turn red. Pretty cool scene there. She turns into basically energy. You have some quick time events, which I brings me back to the old gaming days. You know, when was the last time you had a quick time event in the middle of a fight?
Yeah, I don't remember like seeing that. It was quite popular for a certain game, but
Like PS3 era.
uh,
Pulling out the perfect dodges,
mhm.
healing when I can. This game actually, in the normal Stellar Blade, it allows you to re-heal if you die. You can revive yourself. In this boss fight, you did not have that ability. If
Oh,
you died
really?
once, you died. So you had to do it Boom,
Oh,
her grab is just insane, throws you to the ground, but luckily at the right moment, pulled off the counter right to the face, and then she's stunned there. She's throwing tons of attacks, explosions
holy
everywhere, perfect
frig.
dodge. Oh, and then right on the line, I throw out.
Oh,
So I learned from this because in this next part, she just becomes. You can't do any damage to her. She becomes a ball of energy, and you just need to survive her attacks.
what's with your Blackwing? Are you like Final Fantasy 7 or something like that?
Well,
Sephiroth?
that's your super form. So you actually
Uh,
take the ability of another android um, who helped you and sacrificed their lives for you. So
okay.
it's a part of the story. It's like a super ability almost.
Mm. So is that did you beat her basically? Yeah.
Yep, yep. That was it. If I survived that final aspect, it was
Uh-huh.
a win. And then we're there talking back and forth. You can see that outfit is all the DLC stuff except for the near automata glasses, which I have rocking.
Mm.
Yep, she has a nice little speech, and then I show off that I beat it on hard.
Nice.
Very cool boss scene, though. This game is available in the cloud, if you are wondering, as well on the PlayStation Cloud. Not on GeForce Now, unfortunately. Although it is on PC and it is on PlayStation and PlayStation Cloud.
Mm. Call of Booty. Yeah, that's right.
All
Very
right,
good.
that'll be
The
the
challenge
my clip.
success hard mode. There we go. Awesome. Good job. That didn't look that easy.
No, it took me a couple attempts. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't save my super for the very final moment the first time, and
Yeah.
I learned some lessons.
Oh jeez, that's funny. Great great thing there. The only thing well I don't have anything to show off. But if you look at the short, when we finished Grounded,
Oh
the funny
yeah,
part was like
awesome!
the music, the beat that was in there.
Best ending song to any game
Best
ever.
ending song. Let's see if I can share that and cut up the music there. We got a beat going on there in the background. Oh, did you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's see, no sound. Where's my sound in there? There we go.
Okay.
You're
You
the one
guys
to
know
blame.
it was Maker. Oh, whoa! What is this last song?
I said you did it, you finished the campaign.
Whoa!
It's done, time to celebrate.
That's your type of song there, Roo.
Yeah.
More happy to eat the magic mushrooms or
Nope.
Take it easy, take a load off. Let me take care of you and let the credits roll.
Best ending song ever.
Yeah, bro. This is great.
You really
Damn.
did it.
This was a
you
good
did it, you
game. I
finished it,
enjoyed
it's
it.
over, baby, now it's
And yeah,
fun.
I know I was busy for a while,
We
but
had
then like
fun,
I
but it's
freed
time
up
to
time.
grow. You can get up off the couch.
There was that one time where I'm like, I'm literally because I went to the concert.
But
Wow.
that is just funny, right?
What an ending song!
I
Epic.
know, right? It was pretty funny. Like the fact that you ate the magic mushroom or something. I was like, what the hell? But like that's the way to end a game. Like I think that's amazing they did that. Pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. That's all we had.
Well, thanks for hanging out with this week. We will try to be back as soon as possible. Stay locked into all of our socials, our YouTube pages. Check out our content. We'll be playing games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and D&D, all that good stuff. So stay locked into Cloud and Console. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. GeForce Now, thank you, and definitely check out that service if you're looking for unlimited storage.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Take care,
Awesome.
everybody.
See y'all.
Way! All right. See ya.
See ya.
Grove. 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 Why try to believe in me? Why try, do I even need to? I die with the season leaves. I glide with the sea